Hi everybody, it's Rolex here, and I'm back at the new league, Necropolis. Pretty much, I haven't really, doing much with the league mechanic, but it felt good that I finally got back to the melee league start. Like last league, I switched it up because I play melee for like I don't know, like 8-10 leagues in a row, and I decided to just try a different thing, play DD. It was good, it was strong, but I don't really like it because I just like melee more than anything. And I was just trying to play melee if any possible. So here we go. I'm gonna play Bone Chatter until I swap to something else, which is I was consider swapping to the Dual Strike, but I want to complete the whole Atlas with Bone Shadow first, and then just work my way out Dual Strike. I'm thinking probably just gonna do the trauma version, like stack a bunch of trauma. I had to find a way to kind of like mitigate the damage though. Like right now, I haven't really figured out that much. But other than that, you can see that the Bone Shatter is still very strong, even the change War Cry. And now my hand is getting much better because I don't need to constantly pressing the left button, which is really annoying. As a melee player, you have to constantly pressing the left click button just to use War Cry all the time. And yeah, it's been pretty good. But the socket pressure, yeah, I mean, you have to take it, some gem and out, and then you have to live with it, I guess. But overall, it felt better to play. I haven't really get like a lot of good gear on this character. I think I just got like barely gear to complete content, and without any like issue at all. Because we're playing, in softcore, we don't really need to get our character to, like to maximum tankiness. Certainty that you're not going to die to some mechanic. I mean, you can die here and there. I only get like 30% crit damage reduction from the tree, and that's pretty much it. Just keep me going. And sometimes you die, you die in the map, mostly from monsters like surrounding you, and then crit you multiple times in a row, or something like that. And Delirium is probably the hardest one to do because you get the puddle, the slow puddle. That thing it's annoying. But other than that, I think the character is pretty much, you're a solid character that can take it to whole Atlas. I don't know if it can get to TS 17 with the current setup. I think it would be possible. You have to probably like invest a little bit more, on the defense side of thing, because your damage is going to be your time, pretty much. Like if you can attack monster enough, then you get enough damage to beat them. It's going to be just how much you can tank and how much your recovery is for the better part of dealing with bosses just in general. And as you can see, cruising through all the Elder, Guardian, and Elder himself. Also, I did complete the Maven just for the Voice Stone. I'm trying to get to the Uber Elder, just the regular version Uber Elder, and then trying to get that complete to get the 4th Voice Stone. I haven't completed it. I've been playing, I don't know, like we'll check once footage is finished. But here I am. And as you can see here, the character is level 97, Rolex Weediggin. Even though I know like 100% like from the get-go that when I see the league mechanics, I'm not going to interact with it at all, because that's pretty much just bestiary, and I don't interact with bestiary because you have to basically just itemize like some beast. In this case, it's a coffin, and you have to trade for them because you like rarely that you will get enough resource to craft, so you have to trade for them. And trading for these things, it's not one of the that I would do. Bestiary, I did some bestiary crap in the past. I tried to do a couple of things that I don't really like to do, just so that I have a little bit of knowledge within those realms. I don't even know if coffin crafting or grave crafting it's going to be in the game in the long run, like it's going to be in the core game. I don't think it will, so I'm not particularly interested in learning it. its mechanic at all. So that's probably one of the part where I like, yeah, I'm just not gonna interact with the league mechanic that much. But what I've been enjoying this league is the core mechanics of the game change, which is pretty much just like no sections. Well, I mean, I don't really use section that much, like, you know, unless like I'm trying to juice it up. But even then, I use it as just 1 or 2 sections at most because it's really annoying to trade. So basically, this one is the best. Like, so, I mean, the second one is just like I just don't know what to do, and then I'm like. But basically, I only use like 2 here, which is the early one is basically just a boss drop thing. You just drop chance to have Conqueror map and like Synth map, whatever, and then Elder Guardian, Super Guardian, for more bosses and stuff like that. So generally speaking, this tree is just it used to have the expeditions and stuff, but now I remove all of it, and it's gonna be like boss and stuff. So this tree, you know, like Syndicate, I really enjoy running Syndicate. I think I got like 4 Veil Orb in total of like, I don't know, like about like 22, 23 Katarina run, and it's not that common, but it's not that rare. It's like uncommon rare, I would say. So if you do it enough time, you do it efficiently enough, do it fast enough, you're gonna get it, you know, decent amount of veil kills. But I don't really have like currency, as you can see. I spent most currency on crafting my gear. Here is my my Imperial Claw. I'm probably gonna get some Impale chance on there, and that's pretty much it. So you just craft crit multi here and there, and this claw is like, you know, it's pretty easy to craft. You just need item level 80, and that's about it. Like, it's pretty easy to craft. I don't think I need to go into the process because this is not a crafting video. But if you want to craft something like that, it's pretty easy. You can just look it up. You just use Essence, use Veil Orb, and just a bunch of Divine Orb. I think I spent like 5 Divine or 6 Divine on this craft here. And the base cost me, I don't know, like 10C, I think, because I want to get the 30 quality. And, you know, it happened to be there's people that's selling the item level 80, 30 quality for 10k, so I just bought it. You don't need higher item level than 80, because I'm gonna play the Impale version of the build, and then Paradoxica. Obviously, I bought this one like early into the league, like 1 Divine or something. It's probably not gonna be expensive, you know, get Fizz and crit chance, because people probably want Fizz attack speed or the Chaos Pen and crit chance, because you have the another version of the Dual Strike that is doing the Strength Stack, which is gonna be the best one, because Strength Stack, it's just like, it's just powerful, and, you know, Strength give you life, Strength spell damage for the Iron Will, and then you can use Battle Mage Cry. You stack a lot of damage increase by that. The All Flame is pretty good. It's okay. I kind of use it once in a while, and, you know, it kind of filled up now. I use it like occasionally and get a little bit more monster, a little bit some drop here and there. It's not like major when you're just running to the map. You don't really like min-maxing, like fishing for devoted mod. It's pretty much just there. I mean, you can change some monsters here and there, and I don't really interact with it that much. You know, sometimes when I get like, oh, stronger monster drop Scarab or something, I'm trying to get the pack that has the pack leader. If there's no pack leader in that map at all, then I'm just putting an all frame that had the pack leader in it, and that's just how I do it for the all frame. As you can see, I have some of the shadows and stuff like that. You know, I put it in, you know, when I'm you know, when it's available or when I can think about it. I've been playing for about 49 hours in total since the league start, so I don't really get to play a lot. Like, you know, I get to play a lot during weekends, and this weekend is gonna be my my holidays as well, so it's gonna be more hours that I'm gonna put in that play. Kind of bumped out that the PoE 2 got delayed, but I mean, it's for the best, right? So hoping to get to play the game as soon as possible, like a lot of people. I'm not saying that PoE 1 is not a good game or anything like that. I just want to feel a little bit of different, a little bit of different taste. The ARPG genre, like PoE is kind of like established that, you know, when you play RPG, you want to blast, you want to kill all the monsters in the map really fast, get all the loot, create your character, like go, zoom, zoom, you know, still grinding game, but you just need to grind really fast, right? It's like if you just try to do the PoE2 with the rate of like how much you can gain the currency within the PoE1, then it's not going to fit, right? Going slow, you just like clearing map for like 15 minutes per map or something. I don't know, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that over exaggeration, but in PoE2 it's going to be a lot of things probably going to be simpler, and a lot of thing is probably going to be intertwined a little bit much better. Like right now in PoE1 you have a lot of like crafting mechanic. It's kind of involving if you know what you're doing, but the graveyard thing is the first one that is like kind of like not really involving with any other mechanic, because you can't really put your item into the crafting system. It's generate a new one, which is a really big part of why I don't really interact with it, because you can't just like, oh, I have the progress here, right? And I want to put some mod in, you know, it's missing something, you know, like I can do that with Harvest, I can do that with Bestiary, I can do that with, you know, crafting bench, I can do that with Veil Orb, but I cannot do that with the graveyard. You can't put your item into it. So that is a little bit bum, you know, a little bit bum of the mechanic. But I'm not saying that it's bad, but I haven't really interacted with it because it's not really engaging that much. Like Harvest is pretty engaging, right? You just put your item here, like you already have the item that you want to craft, then you put it in. But the graveyard is basically you just create new item every single time. Yeah, maybe if you create something from the graveyard and it's not good enough, maybe you get like you're missing like some mods, and then you can kind of like tweak it with other mechanic, but it had to start from the graveyard. And that's gonna be it for the video. And I think the league's been for the experience, the overall experience, I think it's really amazing for me, especially when I get back to, you know, like play melee character. I think this is gonna be the big part as well why I enjoy the league so much, because I'm eventually getting myself back to actual melee character. Last league I played DD, and then I just did some magic find bullshit stuff, and it was like I don't really get to play melee at all. Like in that league, it has the tier 17, which is some dog shit, you know, mods and stuff like that. It's basically, I have one, you know, I just dropped one, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to do it because, you know, it's a new content and I'm gonna try to do it. I don't know if I can beat it. If I can beat it, then, you know, maybe I'll try some Ubers and stuff like that eventually. But it's like Uber is never really in my scope of playing the game ever, because like Uber it's now it's kind of like a part of the game. It's part of the core game now, because every single build is just becoming so strong that you kind of forced it to do Uber, you know, in softcore, I mean, anyway. But in hardcore, yeah, it's gonna be a little tougher. But in softcore, you can kind of force your character to be good enough to most character. I mean, the build, I'm gonna swap it pretty soon, so I don't want to just like, oh, you can look at my profile, but I mean, you can still look at it. I probably gonna export it to like Bob, I guess. You know, I'm gonna put in the description if you want to see the character. It's pretty much just a progression. I don't have any suppression gear. I will try to grab all the suppression gear as well, then hopefully I can swap within this weekend, because if it's not, then I probably have to wait for another week. But that's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the league and join the game. For this one, if you don't play the league mechanic, you know, you can still play the game. Game changed a lot, you know, in games and stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed so far. See you on the next one. Bye.